The world comprises of a lot of people, billions, each with their own individual set of thoughts, experiences, beliefs, and motivation, and with over half of the world's population now connected to the internet, our ability to communicate with others has been extended on a revolutionary scale. This in turn has increased our exposure to those who think, believe, and act differently, during which disagreement sometimes occurs. At least sometimes though. But have you ever found yourself in a discussion where nothing constructive seems to be coming out of it? Both sides get defensive, emotion and passion becomes increasingly dominant, or you start losing sight of why the discussion was held in the first place. It seems quite common, and there are many reasons why. For one, body language and tone of voice accounts for the majority of our ability to communicate a message to someone else. And yet many try to debate complex ideas on social media platforms, which cuts these elements out. Online discourse often occurs between strangers who cannot see or hear each other, allowing for an empathy gap to form. If you remove the feeling that you are speaking to an actual person, it can lead to some behaving in ways they would not have done if the conversation occurred face to face. But even when we do speak in person, many of us believe that the whole point of discussion is to win an argument. Not only that, but being wrong is a showing of weakness and failure, not of testing and enlightenment. So next time you have a discussion with someone, why not try the following 7 suggestions to help improve the environment for sharing and challenging ideas. Number 1, start with a human connection. It's very easy to treat the other person as an opponent you want to attack, annihilate, intellectually destroy, or to assume they have bad intent. So why not try getting to know each other's backgrounds first? What is it that brought you both to where you are today in the context of that discussion? You may be pleasantly surprised by what you have in common. Number 2, identify 3 things you agree on. No matter how trivial or irrelevant to the discussion it may be, try talking about movies you like, or things in society you wish to see fixed. Starting a debate with common ground can help massage those empathy muscles. Number 3, make clear that it's okay to say, "I don't know." The phrase is normally seen as a weakness, and it encourages people to steer the conversation elsewhere, or even make stuff up just to avoid embarrassment. This is not helpful, and so it should be made clear from the offset that saying "I don't know" is not a disqualifying phrase. Number 4, encourage self-critiques. It's frustrating when people are unwilling to concede obvious points out of fear of losing the debate. This can create an environment of intellectual dishonesty to thrive. So why not make an opportunity for both participants to disclose criticisms of their own positions? Because after all, no concept is perfect. Number 5, ask questions. It's very easy for discussions to be about just making points at each other, where it seems people only listen to work out when it's their turn to speak. Asking questions signals to the other person that they're being listened to. It also helps us clarify positions that may have otherwise been misconstrued, as there's nothing worse than having a conversation built upon misunderstandings. Number 6, avoid using labels wherever possible. They can mean different things to different people, regardless of what the official definition may be for a particular one. They can lead to generalizations and thus assumptions, so stay clear. But if a label happens to get used, take a moment to unpack it. Even though this will require spending a bit more time explaining your point, it will be more helpful in the long run. Number 7, find common ground. Towards the end of your discussion, identify areas of agreement around the issues you have been debating. Now, this is not to say there cannot be fundamental disagreement, or that you must be on the same page at the very end. These 7 tips don't guarantee that all future discussions will go smoothly with everyone getting along, but they will help steer them in a more constructive direction. At a time when there are so many people with so many things to say, it's important that we do all we can to help open these conversations up, as opposed to shutting them down.